Hello students, today we will see the practical number 7 of the industrial AC machine subject. The aim of the practical is control the speed of given 3-phase slip ring induction motor using rotor resistance starter. So, we have to control the speed of slip ring induction motor by using rotor resistance starter. There are different types of methods to control the speed of induction motor, like that voltage control, frequency control, rotor resistance control, or pole changing method. So from that we are using the rotor resistance starter method. By changing the rotor resistance or by increasing or decreasing, that means by using the rotor resistance externally, we can control the speed of induction motor. So for this one we will see the next step. So we will see now the circuit diagram. The slip ring induction motor which has the slip rings and brushes. Here we can see this is the 3-phase star connected rotor winding, and outer is the rotor frame as a mechanical protection. Next, with respect to R, Y and B, we have to connect the 3 slip rings R, Y, B. On these slip rings, these are connected on the shaft. Next, to connect the rotor, to connect the external rotor resistance, we are connecting the brushes. With the help of this brush, we can connect the external rotor resistance. Next one is the actual practical setup. Here is a stator winding, it is a rotor winding, and this is the external rotor resistance. By using this rotor resistance, we can control the speed of induction motor, slip ring induction motor. So here I am taking RYB as a 3-phase AC supply. For taking the voltmeter and ammeter reading, I am taking 1 voltmeter and ammeter. Ammeter is connected in series and voltmeter is connected in parallel with the help of 2 phase. Here is a stator winding and this one is the rotor winding. As per previous connection diagram, we are connecting the 3 slip rings with respect to the 3 phases R, Y and B. At the time of starting, we have to keep the rotor resistance at high position and gradually decreases and decreases. By changing this rotor resistance, we have to check the speed, how speed can control. So as we know that whenever we are going to reduce the rotor resistance value, the speed will get increases. That will be seen in the practical diagram. We are taking here main 3-phase AC supply as a input. So from here I am taking the input supply. Next, these are the output terminals. Here we are using the 3-phase auto transformer to give the voltage to our setup from 0 to 470 volt. Next, I am taking voltmeter, ammeter. Here is our 3-phase 3 HP slip ring induction motor, and this one is our external rotor resistance to control the speed. So now we will see the actual connections. So from the input supply, we are taking this 3-phase input supply to the auto transformer, and from these output terminals R, Y, B, we are taking the 3-phase AC supply. So from this R phase, R is connected to the voltmeter positive, and from this Y1, that means in R and Y phase we are connecting 1 voltmeter 0 to 600 volt. Next, from the ammeter positive, we are connecting the voltmeter positive. This one is the main R. From the R point, we are connecting ammeter positive and voltmeter positive. So from this voltmeter positive, I am connecting the ammeter positive terminal. Next, from the ammeter negative terminal, I am connecting the R phase of the stator winding. So from here, negative terminal of the ammeter is directly goes towards the R phase of the stator winding. These are the 3 stator winding terminals R, Y and B. Next one, R is connected to the R, and Y and B are again directly connected to the Y and B phase. So these are the stator winding connections, and we have to connect the external rotor resistance is in phase with the rotor winding. So these three wires or three terminals of the rotor winding R, Y and B, these are directly connected to the rotor resistance. So we are connecting external rotor resistance with respect to the rotor winding connections with the help of slip rings and brushes. Brushes are used to connect the external rotor resistance and the slip rings. So now we will see the actually by the practical conduction how by using rotor resistance the speed of induction motor will get control or not. We are decreasing the resistance, the speed of induction motor will get increases. That means by using the external rotor resistance we can control the speed of three-phase induction motor. That means speed will get increases and increases. Now we are giving the three-phase AC supply. Next one, from the auto transformer we are giving the 415 volt. We can see here we are giving constant 415 volt. Here stator supply voltage is 415 volt. Corresponding to this voltage we can see the current, and when we are going to give the external rotor resistance, what will be the speed. So now we are taking the rotor resistance at the high position, that is at the full position. This will be the start position, this will be the start position. Here we can see the start, and here is our run position. So from starting high resistance we are going to decrease the resistances. As per we are going to decrease, the speed will get increases and increases. So for the first reading, when we are giving the external rotor resistance 100%, that means full resistance, what will be the speed and what will be the stator current. So first position we are giving the 100% resistance. Now we will check the speed by the tachometer. So by the tachometer we can see the speed of meter. So the speed is 1315. So the speed of induction motor is 1315 rpm, and the current is 3.4 ampere. So the stator current is 3.4 ampere. For the next, when we are giving the 75% resistance, that means we are decreasing the resistance by this rotor strip. We are decreasing the resistance. Now here by noise also we can see the speed will get increases. So here we can see the speed should get also increases. Here we can see 1003.553. So first reading is 1315 and here 1354. That is speed will get increases, but we are decreasing the resistance, therefore the current will get decreases. So the current is 3 ampere. Again same procedure for the next reading. We are giving the 50% resistance. We are again decreasing from 75 to 50%. Speed will get again increases. That can see in the tachometer. Here the speed is 1408 rpm and the current is almost 3.2 ampere. And last one, when we are giving the 25% resistance, the speed will obviously get increases. Here again we can measure the speed with the help of tachometer. The speed will be 1490. That is again increases, and the 1490 and the current is 3 ampere. And the last step, when we are not giving the resistance, that means at 0%, the motor will continuously rotating at the higher speed, that is the 1490, and the speed will 1490 constantly, and the current is again same 3 ampere. So from here we can see that from here we can see that whenever we are decreasing the resistance, the speed of induction motor will get increases. That means by using the external rotor resistance, we can control the speed of three-phase induction motor. That means speed will get increases and increases. After the conduction of practical, we had seen that whenever resistance will get decreases, the speed will get increases. So as per the graphical representation, speed and torque. So whenever I am keeping the torque, load torque is constant, when I decreases the rotor resistance, so rotor resistance decreases. At that time, the speed of induction motor will get increases and increases. So corresponding to this one, here will be my speed N1 with respect to this first resistance value. Next one is the second N2, and for this one here will be our N3. So whenever I decreases the rotor resistance, the speed will get increases and increases. That means I can say that N3 is greater than N2 and N2 is greater than N1. Like that, the speed readings we can see whenever resistance decreases, speed will get increases. That can be shown here whenever the load torque is constant, and it will be our maximum torque. So from this we can control, we had concluded that the speed of slip ring induction motor can be controlled by using the rotor resistance starter. Okay, thank you.